Shalom, welcome to the Spiritual channel. I'm your host, Brother XRP. I hope you're having an awesome day. And while you're having a formidable day, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also share our videos in order to help us grow this community. A couple of days ago, I was contacted by a pastor from Italy who happens to be one of our subscribers. And he was asking me about investing in the cryptocurrency space. During my conversation with him, I quickly realized that his knowledge about the space was quite sketchy, and this made it so difficult for me to help him navigate. So in today's video, I don't plan to go technical and go deep into what cryptocurrencies are and so many different aspects. My aim is just to give you a wide understanding in a context that you can better understand so that you can get set up as early as possible. You can always contact me either by email or by the phone number which is in the description below. I prefer text over voice calls because sometimes you might call and I'm unable to respond simply because I'm in a place where I cannot respond. But if it's a text, it is always going to be easier for me to respond at any time. Now, the best way in which we can understand what cryptocurrencies are is by viewing it through the lens of the traditional market. What do I mean by that? You have a company, and that company has value. That value is split into small fractions called shares and issued for investors to buy on exchanges. It is the same thing with cryptocurrencies. So we can say that cryptocurrencies are simply small fractional representation of the value of projects or say companies. Okay? And they are often digital. They are fully digital, sometimes decentralized, sometimes centralized. I'm not going to go into the technicality of that. Cryptocurrencies actually run on a technology which is called blockchain. The blockchain is a set of data that is stored in form of blocks. Each of those blocks are linked to the next blocks by a chain, hence the name blockchain. Now, when the value of these projects or company is increasing, the price of the representative cryptocurrency also increases. And the price of these cryptocurrencies will also shrink when the value of those companies are perceived by the general public to be shrinking also. Cryptocurrencies can be divided into two main categories. You have coins and tokens. Now, coins are actually those cryptocurrencies that represent the value of an independent network, okay? And a network that operates by itself. For example, something like Ethereum, Cardano, these are networks that operate by themselves. Whereas tokens are actually representations of the value of projects that run on top of existing networks. For example, you have something like the basic attention token known as BAT. It runs on top of the Ethereum network. It does not run by itself. You also have other things like USDT, which run on Ethereum. You have something like Aave, which also runs on Ethereum. There are several different networks and there are several different projects that run on these various networks. There are more than 8,000 cryptocurrencies. So you really want to filter through those currencies to find formidable projects in order to invest in them. But that is going to be for another video. Okay, back to course. Cryptocurrencies can further be divided into different sectors. Remember I said that they can be divided into coins and tokens. Also, they can be divided into different sectors. For example, you have stable coins. Stable coins are those coins that are pegged to regular fiat currency. They do not fluctuate. So they do not really change in value. For example, something like USDC or USDT or USBC. These are all coins that do not fluctuate. They are pegged to the dollar. There are other coins that are pegged to things like euro, pound, and so on and so forth. You have another sector, which is the NFT sector, non-fungible token sector, where most of the metaverse related projects are categorized. Something like Sandbox, Engine, Decentralised, and so on and so forth. They all fall within this category. You have the DeFi sector, which stands for decentralized finance. Something like Aave is a decentralized finance project, something like Yearn Finance. These are all decentralized finance projects, and most of them are actually tokens that run on different networks. Then you also have something like social media sector and so on and so forth. There are several different ones. I don't think I master all of them, but those are the key. I can see those are the key ones that you want to know about. Now, apart from that, you must also understand that cryptocurrencies are sold on exchanges. Okay, an exchange can either be centralized or it can be decentralized. Centralized, such as Binance. Binance is an exchange where you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies, and it is centralized. Then you can also do the same. You can also do the same to buy and sell cryptocurrencies on decentralized exchanges such as SushiSwap. Okay. Now you must also understand that during these processes, the exchanges will charge certain fees, and you want to also get to learn and know much more about fees, related fees on different exchanges and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to go into that's part of something that I would not like to go into. The next aspect that I would like to talk about is the trading against the investing aspect. Trading aspect, remember when I told you about stable coins, that the values do not really the values do not fluctuate because they are pegged to particular fiat currencies. Now, trading functions by the difference in value between two cryptocurrencies. For example, the difference between BTC, that is Bitcoin, and let's say something like XRP, okay, or perhaps USDT and Ethereum. That fluctuation, people will want to buy when the prices fluctuate to the downside. They want to buy so that they can sell when the prices refluctuate to the upper side, okay, and vice versa. Now, I always say that this is very risky, and I wouldn't recommend that to somebody who is just starting, because in as much as you can make quick money, you can also lose money quickly because of a certain aspect of it called leveraging. That also, I'm not going to go into the technicalities of it. My focus is in investing. What I recommend to particularly to people who are just starting. To invest in a cryptocurrency, it suffices that one simply gets registered on an exchange. Okay, it could be Binance, it could be Coinbase, it could be, depending on your country. That is where you can buy or sell your cryptocurrencies. When you register on an exchange, you just need to load your account. Depending on what exchange it is, for example, something like Binance, they accept they permit you to load with fiat. Some exchanges will not accept, depending also on your country and whatsoever. To get into all those technicalities, you need to know your country, what exchanges operate in your country, and how they operate in your country. Once you do that, then you can always find a pair, the pair that you're interested in. For example, if you have something like USDT, which is a stable coin, and you want something like XRP, you go to an exchange that accepts such a transaction. Most of the major cryptocurrencies are always going to be on almost all exchanges. Simply go to that exchange and do the purchase just as you want, depending on the quantity. And in the future, I could also do a video in order to help you navigate that aspect. Now, apart from that, after buying a particular cryptocurrency, you can either leave it on that exchange, which is most of the times risky, and I wouldn't recommend that for someone who is putting in a lot of money. It's better to get it off that exchange into what we call a cold wallet. In fact, there are two kinds of wallet. There's a cold wallet and there's a hot wallet. Hot wallet are mostly online wallets, and such wallets, there are possibilities to be hacked. Okay, cold wallets are offline wallets. For example, the most famous ones are things like Tezos. So you can Google that. It is in the form of a USB key, which you can store your cryptocurrencies inside them. Not all cryptocurrencies can go into just any wallet. So you need to check what cryptocurrencies you're purchasing and check whether or not your wallet is going to accept such cryptocurrencies. When you are dealing with offline wallet, there is something you must be careful about: the passwords. Okay, you must make sure that you store your password somewhere safe, offline. When you're creating your password, a key is going to be generated, which is often a key that contains about 12 to 24 different words. Okay, if you lose your password, the only possibility for you to retrieve that password is using that key, or call it that passphrase. Okay, and the words must be spelled just as it was generated for you. So you want to keep that passphrase as safe as possible. Trust me, there are a lot of people who have lost lots and lots of money simply by losing those passphrases, because once you lose your passphrase, it becomes impossible to get access to your cryptocurrencies in most cases. That said, I think that is going to be enough for you to digest for the moment, and in a subsequent video I'm going to be discussing on how I personally do select the projects in which I invest in them. Thank you so much for your time, and if this video has been informative to you, please give us a thumbs up and also keep sharing. Like I say, somebody somewhere needs you to share for them to know what is going on and become a part of it. Don't be selfish, just do that. I hope you continue having a nice day, and see you next time.